The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow up 11 at new highs. You got the S&P flat. That's also at new highs. Nasdaq's up $5. We have gold up $6, trading at $1,341. You get silver up 23 cents at $20.40. Bonds, you got the 10-year note up 8 ticks, the 30-year bond up 25 ticks. Now, both of those came down with some big volume yesterday, so they're bouncing today with lighter volume. We'll see whether we get a little ABC structure on the way down. You get King Dollar trading down $142 ticks at 96.34. Euro's trading at $1.10, and the yen is at 104. The volatility doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop, but it's a little bit tamer than it's been. Where we are, right? We just crept above those highs. We'll see if it can hold it, but definitely not the kind of moves. 200, 100. Dow's up 10 points. That's
right.
Yeah.
And now we're coming into earnings.
Yes. Bank earnings, everything earnings.
Everything
right?
earnings. And you know what happens when we come into earnings?
What happens?
Well, guess what, man? Around the whole world, folks, 12 o'clock, right here at TFNN, right on your cell phone, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV, because if you haven't heard the swim lessons by TD Ameritrade, I'm Mr. Kevin Hinks. This is the time of the month that I think, I always like the program, but I like it the best now because you know what they do? We'll let Kevin Hinks tell you what they do.
Yeah, I do, but perfect.
Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
I mean, how's everybody doing?
Morning,
Doing
Kevin.
great, man. You know, I'm
sure you guys like it too, right? I mean, it's a fun time to go over what the market's doing and how to trade it maybe.
Oh, absolutely, because we get to, I mean, earnings season is my favorite time.
Yeah.
Got to as an option guy, right?
Well, it is because what happens, folks, is this. So picture, every day from 12 to 1, they get an amazing program. What happens with earnings is that Kevin, Scott, Cindy, they're going to go through, they're going to break them down, and they're going to be looking at the premiums and saying, okay, you know, where's the probability here? Which is really cool, man.
Yeah, and I like, maybe, Kevin, if you can go over how you can actually see within the numbers and where the options are, you know, what type of a move that the market's pricing in, maybe to the upside, to the downside. You know, we've talked about it before. You'll say, you know, Amazon has like, you know, a 20-point move priced in or something like that.
Right. The Thinkorswim platform has a measurement on its page, on its individual trade page, that measures something at the top called the market maker move, which takes the front period trading, measures the volatility of the calls and puts, and deciphers the expected move, the expected one-day move after the earnings event.
Right.
And
I like that,
gives you a little window into how you can set up trades and at what levels you can set up trades for the move. And now, guess what? That gives you a number, right? Sometimes that number is wrong. Sometimes it's right on the nose. And sometimes it's too high and too low. You've got to judge. All that does is reflect the supply and demand of the option order flow for that event that's coming up, right? And sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it thinks it's a $2 move and it's a $6 move. Sometimes it's looking for a $5 move. It gives you a $1.50 move. So you got to decide, and we look through that. We go over it. If we're right, we show you how to get out of it. If we're wrong, we show you how to repair it and put it on.
It's awesome.
It's huge.
But it's risk defined. Yeah, we go through all different scenarios.
And folks, as Kevin just brought you through this, what is really cool is the repairing of the trade, so you can really understand, you know, what you have.
The trade's going to go a lot of different ways, right? You got to know what you're doing each way that it goes.
Which is dynamite, okay? Because what ends up happening, you just don't have to give up the ghost on the first trade.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's where they show you, don't get over your head. Trade small. You know, I mean, it's really freaking cool, man, you know.
Trade risk defined and use the fundamentals of the supply and demand and the options and to leverage it, right, to help you make a decision on what strike prices to use.
No, no doubt. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform, you can come right to our website, hit the banner, bring it up. And, they're always doing upgrades. Now, on Sunday night, they did an upgrade that I thought was just phenomenal because, you've heard about this many times. You got Twitter out here, you got all these out here, and people are looking at social media now. What are they talking about? Well, guess what? If you have Thinkorswim, it's all on there, man. It's pretty amazing what they did on Sunday night. So
they're starting now to measure social media.
I know, isn't that? Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Isn't it? It really is.
That could turn out to be the most important measurement of all. Who knows, right? Yeah.
Well, there's no doubt because
power of trends, power of numbers,
and information, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's right or wrong.
Right. No, I just
Right.
However,
and that's exactly right, Tom. Because we're not sure exactly its effect on trading, but we're going to consume it, digest it, try to understand, and see if there's a correlation. It's just another tool, right?
Kevin,
it may be a tool that comes up on the surface and doesn't mean anything. It may be the next great trading tool. We don't know yet.
I know, man. And that's what's so cool about trading, isn't it? When I saw that come across, Kevin, I says, wow, I haven't seen something like this. And I didn't go to the other sites because it's just like, okay, man, before this I said, I don't know if this works or not. But now that it's right on the site, it's like, okay, man, now I'm going to be able to take a look at this, for 4 or 5 months, see how it comes out, you know what I mean? Listen, folks, right here, every day, 12 o'clock, right on your cell phone. TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. You're going to love it. Kevin, thanks so much, man. Have a great one, a safe one. We look forward to the show this afternoon.
Can't wait, guys. Have a good day.
You too, man. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We got oil numbers coming up at 10:30.
We do.
It's a beautiful day.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, man. Dow is up 14. NASDAQ is up 8. S&Ps are flat. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 6. You get the Nasdaq up 3. S&P's are flat. We have gold up 660. Oil's down 59 cents. You're trading at 40. Well, I better check this. Actually, the contract that we're on. So on the Nadex platform, folks. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit the Nadex banner, bring it up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can see how these contracts trade.
So the August contract's trading at 46.20.
Yes.
Which is what the Nadex contract is based off of right now.
Exactly.
So 46.20, right? If we're going to look at maybe the spreads, I pulled up the 11 a.m. spreads.
Yep.
We're trading the 10:30 news.
Right.
46.20. Just taking a quick glance. I mean, this is going to be probably almost an equal 1-to-1. And then we're going to have, I mean, you have...
That's the 45.50 to...
Yeah,
47.
sorry, I just went quick, but yeah. As in, if you were going to buy one here, let's just see where it sets it. Yeah, risking 70 to make 80. Now, what's cool here, though, is that you have one with 46.25 being the ceiling.
Yep.
And you have one with 46.25 being the floor, which it's almost right at. So you literally have one that you could trade risk 1-for-1. You have one that you could trade, let's say you were going to go bullish.
Yeah.
Right now, you're paying about $10 of risk for 150. Now you got to keep in mind that it's trading at 46.17. So while you're paying 10, there's about 19 cents of premium.
That's still really cool, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I agree. You know, it's especially cool 11 minutes ahead of earnings, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the key.
46.35. And we're trading at 46.17. How cool is that?
Now, you know, on the flip side, same thing. That's when 46.25 is the floor.
Yep.
46.25 being the ceiling.
Right.
If we're going to sell this. Now, this is going to be a little bit more risk, and that's only because right now it's trading at 46.20, and you have actually 5 cents of intrinsic value in this. Right?
Look at that, though. You're
risking 18 for 132, and that's the 18 is the difference between 46.09 and 46.25.
Can you just hit the Bloomberg screen for a second?
Yes,
I just want to put this over. Take a look. Okay, so CLQ. So we're dealing with the Q. So if we look at this baby, let's see what we got. Bring this a little. What I'm looking for, bring this. We're looking at a 10-minute chart. Bring it a little bit closer. Okay. Oh, look at this. So what we had at 14:20 yesterday, 20 past 2 yesterday.
Yes.
46.88. That had volume pushing higher. Now we had...
Is that the closing bar? Does oil close at 2:30?
Yeah, it is. It is. So there's a buyer up there, man. Okay, so what we've done, I see. Okay, so we come back this morning. That's 11,000 contracts going into 12,500. That's not bad. We go top side again, 46.40. Yeah, man, okay, so I'd go long here. That's my take on this thing.
Most of which are the strength yesterday you're looking at, right?
I am. Yeah. The strength of yesterday versus the first downdraft out here today.
Yes.
And then what you have is like, it looks to me that you come back and tested the bar from 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning. And you did it with lighter volume, yes. Which is really hard to do, by the way, because at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's like there's normally not a lot of volume in it, but there was yesterday, okay? So we came back, and then this is where this gets subtle, but the last bar here had pretty good volume, okay?
Yeah.
Meaning 10 minutes ago, the 10 o'clock bar.
Yes.
You're going sideways.
I think that's the 10:10 bar, right? Is that the one?
Well, we're on the 10:10 now.
No, we're on the 10:20 bar.
Well, it goes 10:10 to 10:20.
It's 10:22.
Yeah. Well,
so that's 10:22 to. I believe that's the. Okay.
It probably is. It's telling me it's 10. The
I see.
The time is right down the bottom.
I didn't realize you were looking at it. I got you.
So what happens is that I think the probability is that it's going to try to get into the 46.77. So that's 50 cents. Okay. That's what makes it so good, right? The thing that's
We'll see
amazing
what happens.
inside.
Get 7 minutes till they come out with those
That's
EIA
right.
numbers.
And what's so cool about inside the Nadex platform is just how you brought up. It doesn't matter whether you're bullish or bearish.
Yeah, it's nice when it sets up like this.
It
you know?
is. It is.
And most of the time, they calibrate it like this. The only time it's not going to be like this is if there's already moves that have occurred.
Right.
You know, they kind of skew.
And that's what we talked about yesterday, that when it calms down a little, you know, the market's been volatile, then it calms down, well, you're not paying for the premium in
Yes,
there.
there's not, right,
Right.
exactly. Now, there's some premium in here because this is oil ahead of the earnings.
Sure.
But exactly, I mean, we saw the VIX number yesterday, and that's going to contribute to a lot, whether you're talking about the indices, for sure, you're going to see those types
Right.
of premiums reduced,
Right.
for sure.
Right.
And it's gotten, I mean, oil's gotten a nice 10-cent bounce ahead of these numbers, so we got about 6 minutes.
So
See what happens.
someone's coming into the market. And, you know, if you go over, if you want to see, if we go over, we correlate that with the XLE. What I'm also figuring out here is that, see, the XLE got into the swing highs where it's been consolidating, and that also had a bump up in volume yesterday. Now, it couldn't take it out, and I don't expect we're going to take it out, but that little bump up in volume is like, you know what, that thing wants to get tested again, okay? And the high of yesterday, folks, was 69.82. You know, so it's like, okay, you know, the high is trying to take out is $70.26. If we go over to Exxon, and what's so cool about the XLE is that you get Exxon and Chevron that are very large weightings, you know. It's like Exxon still doesn't want to give it up, and Chevron is really strong, man.
Yeah.
You know, so we're going to know pretty soon.
We are.
And then, of course, natural gas tomorrow is going to be a trip, because natural gas, folks, you know, is off the bottom. The real question is going to be, can it stay off that bottom and for how long?
So did you see Amazon Prime? They just came out with that they had the biggest day ever.
I didn't.
Yeah. So biggest day ever. I mean,
I love it.
I
didn't buy anything.
I didn't either, and that's what's
Wow.
intriguing is, you know, maybe they just have so much growth within their Prime
Right.
category that new Prime people
No,
are taking kind of our role where we've been around for a while. We've
Right.
been doing, but yeah, 60% over Prime Day in 2015.
60%.
Which I'm pretty sure was a big number in 2015 when they
That
put this together.
is unbelievable.
It is. Year over year.
And this is really good for us. So the Fire TV stick, folks, was there. Okay, Prime Day orders.
yeah,
leads. That leads.
Prime Day orders.
And if you have one of those, guess what? You can take it anywhere, stick it in, just go TFNN. Watch Tiger
to your
TV.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So it's. Let me see what they say, if they give us a number. Biggest day ever for Amazon devices. Amazon said sales to small business rising 30%. Amazon, they didn't put a number. Well, I'm sure there's a number on it, but
The first, I mean, Amazon erased trades to session highs after announcing Prime Day sales up 50% in US year on year.
Yeah, I was just looking for like
how much dollar value?
Yeah, how
Yeah,
many
no,
billions
they
or
didn't.
millions? You know what I mean? It's pretty amazing. Can't believe we didn't buy anything, man.
Yeah, you know, I
What's
scanned a
wrong
couple
with us?
times, but hey.
I didn't. I went to scan it, then I didn't. What can you do? Let's go take a look at inside these indices out here. What's moving them? Dow right now, the strength. Oh, this is going to be cool watching this thing. So Microsoft is coming out with its earnings next week. Microsoft's the leader right now. But if you look at Microsoft, folks, Microsoft is coming up to where it gapped down from the last earnings number. So.
And we'll come back and see those earnings inventories for oil.
We sure will. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Today, many commodities are trading at relative lows. And now you can take advantage with Everbank's new limited time, 5-year, market safe currency comeback CD. This indexed and US dollar denominated CD offers 100% principal protection and is based on the equally rated performance of currencies of Australia, Canada, Chile, Mexico, and South Africa. These 5 countries are especially rich in commodities, and their respective currencies are poised to do well should commodity prices begin to recover. Keep in mind that no APY, or periodic rate of interest, is paid on the CD. Don't miss out on this innovative new financial opportunity. CDs must be opened and funded by the upcoming July 14th deadline. To apply online and learn more about the CD, including product terms and disclosures, visit everbank.com/TFNN now. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's see. Gasoline inventories fell 2.5 million barrels. We got a nice little pop here. Well, we just started. It actually went, folks, down to 45.90. Now we're at 46.30, and then went as high as 46.60.
And you know what I'm just seeing as a distillate inventories rose 4 million barrels.
Okay.
Crude oil fell 2.5 million barrels. You can just look at that as it tanks. That's amazing. And it's probably things like this coming out, the distillate inventories rising versus the top line number, right, of crude oil.
Right. So our phone number is 877-927-6648.
Oh, man.
Yep, 45.88 right now.
So unfortunately, we pulled it up, and I encouraged you
We're in the wrong
to
side.
go along that one trade. And just to walk through, let's just pull it up just so that they can. I mean, what was nice was it was trading at 46.28.
Yep.
And you got in at 46.44. So 44 cents is 19 cents above the floor, 46.25. So you're risking 19 with $131 of potential profit.
Right.
And, you know, the first bounce took it above 460. Your break even is 46.44. So with this type of move, I like the trade, right?
No,
I mean,
there's no doubt.
Part of the trade.
There's no doubt.
I guess kind of what Kevin was talking about in the same way, right? There's an expected movement priced into those options.
That's
You're
right.
saying, guess what? I think there could be more movement, I think, to the upside, but
And it's defined.
it is $19 per
Yeah,
contract.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Now let's go take a look and see what it's done to the market in general. So inside the XLE, so the XLE just went from, you're down 63 cents right now. You went from 69.35. Yeah, that's no big deal. Well, you went down 45 cents. You know, we'll see whether that holds there. But if you go over to the USO, which is the United States Oil Fund, the ETF for it, look at that thing, man. So it was intriguing here.
Oil just dropped $1 from where it was at like 2 minutes ago. So that's amazing. It is.
Right. And
because of the spike up and then the spike down, you know.
Exactly. And
That doesn't mean it's going to stay there, though.
I mean, no, it
This is-
doesn't
this
at
is-
all. It was above 46.60. It was below 45.60.
Right.
And this is a 5-minute bar, not a 10-minute bar we're looking at. That's
that cool?
quite a 5-minute bar.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
So
A
I
full
like
dollar.
that trade when you're trading volatility, which you're
Right.
trading when you're risking 19 to make 131. You know,
Right.
you're trading volatility
Right.
because guess what? You know, not only do you have to be right, you have to be right, and there has to be massive movement.
Right.
Or there's, you know, that's what you're anticipating, hoping, trading. There's massive movement, that's for sure in these markets.
and now what gets interesting here, folks, and this is important to understand, if you were shot that, you know, when you get a move this quick and you're trading 11 o'clock, that you really want to try to close that out at that level, because that was, you were in the money, you would have, well, I guess it depends what you want. Because
you
you
could
would
say things on both sides
yeah,
of
you,
the
you,
market.
you would have doubled your money, but that's not enough for that type of trade, probably, that type of risk. Because you weren't risking much, you know.
Yeah.
Right, because it
You're probably
could
looking
have
for-
went a lot lower.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably looking for a little bit more. And the only
Yeah,
reason
you
I
are.
do is
You are.
because
You are.
you didn't do that to the top side.
No, and I wouldn't have.
And
I
but
wouldn't
it
have.
but
yeah.
it actually I mean it reached
Well, the
there's-
top side was so quick.
well, the bottom side's quick too. I mean,
Yeah.
we're only 3 minutes past the
Right.
trade at this point, but
Right.
just that you can have those orders in if you want to. But I think making that trade with news, you can look for more than maybe 19 cents above your 19 cents.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
say
no,
so.
yeah, you should.
You should be looking for maybe
You
like
should.
a 2-to-1 at least,
Yeah.
because you know, unfortunately, you're gonna have losses like this one. So
Right.
you know, you can't be risking 19 to make 131 and be taking profits at 19.
Yeah. No,
That's-
there's no doubt. There's no doubt about that, man.
That's a different case too. That's with 3 minutes after the news, where I still see that there could be some volatility. You know, if you let this go 15, 20 minutes and you don't want to ride out the last 10 minutes, well,
Right.
that's cool, because guess
Right.
what? The news has kind of been digested most likely, and you're just kind of prone. You're open to that 10 minutes where you can lose a lot or make a lot,
Yeah.
and how it reacts, and it's not going to have to do with the news.
No, exactly.
And that's the trade that you're making in this.
So let's see exactly what they're saying. So, CL.
I know, because quite a head fake, and it probably was that oil inventories and then everything else. Because look how many headlines come out.
I know.
Those were all since 10:30.
So here you go.
Yeah. You want me to go? Oh,
Sure,
Crude
yeah.
imports fell 522,000 barrels.
Last week.
I mean,
And
there's just so much.
there
I
is
don't
so
know.
much.
I
It's
mean,
like,
that's,
how do you-
that's why I ended it there, because
Yeah.
it's like, you know, it's not worth.
Okay, so
You know, there's people that are
you
paid
get-
a lot of money right now to be reading as fast as possible through these and
they
decipher
let the
what.
computers do it, right?
Well, that's not what I said, but
I don't know.
they let.
Oh. So you have, let's see, U.S. crude stocks draw contrary to API, while Cushing stocks are in line with small draw. Gasoline stocks and distilled stocks build with distillate building much more than expected. So distillates, I believe, that's the, and gasoline, of course, that's what we use, you know?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, they
as-
all matter. They do
Right.
in the context of this for the market.
right.
They do, for sure.
Because as Andy Heck says, none of us use crude oil. What we use is what they make crude
Sure,
oil
the
with.
derivatives of it,
Oh,
how they-
exactly.
whether it's gas or, yeah.
Yeah. So right now you're trading at 45.67, and we started this thing off. You're at 46.20, right?
We're about 46.28.
Yeah.
That's well, I guess no, you're right. I mean, that's 10:30 on the dot. When you got into the trade 2 minutes prior, it was
Yeah.
at 46.28. So 50 cents up, dollar down.
Right. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at the bond market. So bonds, folks, what we had out here yesterday is this. You had an expansion on the way down. We had volume come in. So today is crucial to see how this shakes out. You know, yesterday the 10-year came down with 1.4 million contracts. You're up right now at 656,000. Now, if the volume stays up like this is pretty good volume for the time we were at. But what does happen inside the bond market is that many times you get the slew of volume going up to about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
You know, and then it doesn't have to, but
Taper off.
it taper off. So if in fact it does taper off, then you're going to have a small ABC structure on the way down, which is going to be pretty wild watching. And, you know, the A on this would be 134.05,
132.07, which is at the high of July 6th. The B is 132.11, so there's 32 points, 32 ticks in 1 point, so it's probably 2 points. That would bring you down to 130.30. And this is where it gets interesting, because 130.21 is where we broke topside to on the 24th.
Okay.
You know, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
And if we remember, we were talking about, you talk about these high spikes. That took that out like without even thinking about it. And if we go to the 30-year. 30-year, we're at 128,000 topside. I think it did 338 yesterday. 314. So that's pretty good too. This bond's going to be important to watch today, man, because if in fact that was just a one-day deal, free money all over the place. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us. And don't forget, folks, you know, if you're in the West Coast right now, driving to work, I hope you have a great day. But remember that you can bring us everywhere, right on your cell phone. TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. You're going to get great HD video as well as audio. The Dow right now, we have the Dow up $10. You got the S&Ps.
Sorry, I jumped to oil.
That's
real
all right.
quick
You
on
got the S&Ps up $1. Nasdaq's up 11.
It's quite a fall.
Yeah.
Even
45.
Yeah. Now, to put it the other way, right? So
Yeah.
you went long.
Right.
The other option we had, if you wanted to go short,
Right.
was you could have had 46.25 as the ceiling,
Yes.
and I think that was right around $15 of risk,
Right.
maybe. And right now, that contract has 75 cents of value,
Let's look.
which is $75.
Yeah. So that was a good trade.
That's it. Yeah. So on the same respect, if you really thought there was
Why don't
gonna
we
be-
pull it right up so we can see right what the bid and offer is right now, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be basically right where it's at. See, the reason why I know that is because it's square in the middle of where the contract was.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
Because
yeah.
they're $1.50,
Right.
and I know that it's 75 cents below the ceiling,
Yes.
and I know it's 75 above, and it was right as we had it, it was straddling that 40.
Yep.
550 right
Exactly.
square. Yeah. So right now, if you had sold it and you wanted to buy it back, right? You're
Yep.
locking in max profit of 81. So you're locking in $81 when you would have had about $15 to $20 of risk. I mean, you could have almost traded both sides of it, right? Like a two-leg trade, and you risk 15, you risk 20, and you're looking for.
In that case, you could have.
In that case, you're looking for 40.
That's unusual.
40 to 45 cents of movement.
Right. That's
And
a
then-
straddle. Yeah. Yeah.
So lots of options for sure.
Oh
Especially,
man, that's interesting, isn't it? That's
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the problem is right. What happens when it just settles?
Doesn't
at-
move. You lose both sides.
And
No, no.
46.25 is going to be like your max loss there because you're going to be selling one
Right.
with the ceiling at 46.25. You're going to be buying one with 46.25 as the floor.
Right.
But with this type of market action, and there's lots of good options.
No,
when,
no, I know.
When the market moves, there is. There's lots of good options you can trade.
I remember when Darryl had talked about that before.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's really cool, man. Well,
And guess what? The other side. So we're always looking at things with a low risk, high reward, right? You can do
Right.
the other side of that trade too.
Right.
That you can be the one absorbing all the premium if you think that basically the market is going to settle kind
Yes.
of where it is.
Right.
And you can be the one. Now, guess what? You're going to have a lot of risk exposure there if you get a move like this, especially. But in reality, you're taking in both sides of the trade premium wise.
Right.
And you can always exit those trades prior to expiration too. Yeah. Oh boy, maybe we'll look at that next week. It's nice when it lines up. The thing that made this one most attractive, and I think that makes it most attractive to you right now,
It
is
does.
that the market was basically right at a floor and a ceiling.
Right.
So you got to get in with great risk rewards on each side, so that if you did get that dollar movement, look at this. I mean, we're still getting it. So there's
Yeah.
16 minutes left until expiration.
Right.
I mean, basically, you could say we got in this at 28 past in almost half the time. We've only went half the time until expiration. So there could be a lot of movement.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Let's go over and take a look at the metal market because we got some movement out here in the gold market. So GCQ6, gold out here this morning. The spread in gold this morning, the high is 1346. Right now you're at 1338, and it's going to be intriguing watching this whole thing shake out because if you go to the GLD, folks, I know many of you if you're not in the futures market, what you're going to see is this, is that the GLD, we came down with some big volume yesterday, man. I mean, we did 26 million shares.
Yes.
And that's an indication, folks, okay, that this market, we're going to start a retracement. And the deviant part of this, so the picture this morning, get up, it's 5:30, whatever, pop on my Bloomberg, just on the phone, because I have my phone now, and I'm looking at all the gold stocks up. At 5:30 in the morning, I'm saying to myself, man, you got to be kidding me, right? And
Explain that. What do you mean? You got to be kidding me.
well, what happened is they averaged down yesterday about 1%, 1.5%, okay? And they came down with volume. So when I saw them up, and they were all up about 50 cents. Well, not all of them, but if we have Barrick, okay, it's like, okay, what's moving them? So I jumped from my phone to my computer, looking at them, and there was nothing moving them. I'm saying to myself, okay, man, then we'll see where this day shakes out today. But the market's so deviant that it's like, man, how do they bid them up? And what you have out here, folks, is this. That's probably setting up a small ABC down because they bid up, and now if they do sell off, which looks like they are, that is really a danger move because they got more people into them on the open.
Sure.
And if we look at Rango was at 121.07, and it's one of the strongest ones out there. What it did, is it opened where they were yesterday, and it's giving it up again. Yeah. So it's going to be crucial if you're in these is to watch, like Rheingold, you got to watch $118.61 because that's what that had done. It gapped higher, and it might hold that gap, you know. But bottom line is that the deviance is out here in spades, man. And inside the metals market, what's happening here on a fundamental basis is that the Britain, their central bank, right, is meeting the next couple days, and they may reduce interest rates in the UK.
Okay.
Carney is saying, hey, I think I might reduce interest rates.
Okay.
And so what that would do, you know, no doubt, is more free money, which, you know, puts a bid underneath the metals. You know, it should put a bid. I mean, it should, you know.
I was just trying to read even the expectation that inventories fell 2.5 million barrels for oil, and the expectation was for a 3 million barrel drop.
Okay.
So, more oil, I guess that's, you know, it's surprising that it spikes so much off of even a top line number right after the news.
Nah, no doubt. You know, so let's go to Microsoft for a second, because Microsoft, folks, is coming out with numbers on the 19th, after the market. Now, if you look at Microsoft, what you're going to see is that it's laying right under the top of the gap, you know. So $55.41 is the bottom of where it gapped down from. And I think it's going to try to fill that. But this is a danger because you can see how it blew apart. Monster volume. It's come all the way back up with dramatically lighter volume.
Yes.
Now, if you pull Microsoft back further, what you're also going to see is this. If I put this on a 2-year, you're going to see that this isn't the first time it did it. You know, this is the first time we came down on a weekly. You came down on 232 million shares. That's when we went from 55 to 52. The next time, you come down with 255 million shares. Then we bounced. Well, when we bounced the first time up, you bounced up with 116 million. Last week, we had 100 million. So it's always cool when, you know, this is a good old Bud Ross thing. The consolidation's longer.
Yes.
So it gives you more information. And you can make a judgment better with more information. You know?
Sure.
So, and it's possible that, you know, I suspect, you know, when we look at Facebook, which is going to be a monster, they don't come out till the 27th, I believe. Oh, no, the 19th. Ooh, that's interesting. No, that's Facebook. I thought it was.
Quick with those fingers.
Yeah, 27th. So Facebook's the 27th. Google, I think, is also the 27th, 28th. You know, so. Those, Amazon, AMZN. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
One more hit.
Yeah. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD. Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-Shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 15. You get the NASDAQ up 8. S&Ps are up $1.50. And don't forget, folks, right here at TFNN, we got a great lineup coming up for you. We got Mr. Basil Chapman coming up next. And then, of course, we're going to TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim headquarters for swim lessons. Steve Rhodes, 1 to 2. Dave White, 2 to 3. We'll be back 3 to 5. And, you know, if you're in the CD market, folks, if you come over to our website at TFNN, what you're going to see is that you'll have until tomorrow in order to fund the CD that Everbank right now...
Yeah, their Currency Comeback CD.
Yeah.
5-year market safe Currency Comeback CD. We've talked about it. You had Chris Gaffney on last night.
Yes.
This was a great interview. I was listening. They have a funding deadline tomorrow. There's still plenty of time, though, if you give them a call. $1,500 minimum, FDIC insured, IRA eligible, and you're open to these 5 currencies. And we've discussed them before. Just pulling up the CD term sheet, and we can go over it, but it's the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Chilean peso, Mexican peso, and South African rand. And if commodities rock, this should do well.
Right.
Unlimited upside potential, and your principal's protected.
It's pretty cool, unlimited upside potential.
It is
particularly,
pretty cool.
folks, in a 5-year CD, I don't know what the exact number is, but let's say it's your opportunity loss cost is probably like 1.5%.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Which is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
You know, because
if you're in that CD market, if you have IRA money that's in it, give them a call, 855-750-4051. Just click right on the banner on TFNN.com.
Yeah.
And you can, of course, go into Tiger TV and check out that interview in the interview section of Tiger TV if you want to listen to Chris and yourself last night. It's a good interview, for sure.
What I expect you're going to see out here,
Let's just real quick glance at, I pulled this up during the break trying to figure out, and oil is still down, that's now what's interesting. If you had taken the short side, that contract would now be worth $108 with about $20 of risk.
How cool is that?
Pretty cool. Let's jump to a caller. We can go real quick.
We get Tim in Cleveland. Hey, Tim, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing there?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Listen, I've been riding this horse for a little while, this CLF, Cliff Natural Resources, and I just noticed the volume's pretty heavy, and it kind of going down here a bit today. I thought maybe you might take a quick look and see if I can ride this horse a little further.
Let's see. Let's giddy up here. It's CLF, Cliff Natural Resources. This is an iron ore company, and iron ore has gone through the roof the last few nights, folks, okay? It was up 36% 2 nights ago. Okay, let me put this on a weekly.
It's quite a year at 7 in 2016.
Big time. And this is an equity though that watch this. This is an equity that got killed.
Like many, I'm sure.
Yeah. This went down from $121.
Twice almost.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see. We do this. Put this on a weekly. Okay, so you're over. Oh, don't do this. Do this quick. Okay, come on, baby. There we go. Okay, so. There it is right there, 822. Interesting. You know, you can stay right there, man. I think what you have, Tim, is this. If you're watching Tiger TV,
you go back to like October 2014 or something? Okay.
Yeah. You know, that's where the downdraft has been, and that's where the big volume, that's where there's a huge supply line that will start there, but it doesn't start till like $8.22, man. You know, so
okay.
You get some action, man. And the iron ore market has gone up dramatically. People are worried that it's gone up too fast, but guess what?
A lot of things have gone up pretty fast
exactly.
recently.
And the iron ore market had got killed anyway. You know what I mean? So it is amazing how fast these can go up. You know, but I'd stay right there, man, because you can see. Even if it's a dead cat bounce, well, guess what? You get another buck in a $7 stock.
Sure. Right. And just be careful, Tim, though, because it was at like $1 or $2 not that long ago. Yeah. So keep that in mind as well.
Have a great one, man.
Stop on it?
Yeah, put a stop right under today. Don't give it anything, man. No reason to. Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks. Stay right there, man. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Thanks, pal. Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.